My name is Jane Longstreet. I am 65 and I live in Robinson Township. I am the Vice President of the Ottawa County Parks and Recreation Commission, and I've been serving on that board since 2020, so I'm in the middle of my second term with them. Prior to being named or selected for the commission, I volunteered for the parks, so I did some goat wrangling, which was fun, and then I volunteered in the office for quite a while before I was selected to be on the commission. I'm also a board member for the Parks Foundation, which is the fundraising arm of the or fundraising organization specifically for parks. Totally separate organization, but that's their mission, and I'm the liaison between the commission and the foundation. So I've been doing that for several years. Prior to that, I've been a board member for a private social club and for a nonprofit in Grand Rapids. Active with my kids' school when they were in school, so like band boosters and PTA and stuff like that, but that's been quite a few years now. So right now I'm the deputy clerk at Robinson Township, and so I was appointed by Clerk Christine Sadler in 2022, and I primarily oversee the elections in Robinson Township. So I work with the election inspectors that we hire. I keep the voter registration database up to date. I send out absentee ballots and receive those back according to protocol. But I also help with other township tasks like payroll and accounts payable. I help Chris with whatever she needs help with. So I've been doing that for a couple of years. I have a pretty good feel for what's happening in the township, and from the administrative side of ththings anyway, what's necessary to keep the township running day to day. I'm a retired clinical social worker, so I have worked for Ottawa County CMH for a number of years, and so I'm very familiar with local government as an employee and as a retiree now. So that was great experience. Working in partnership with lots of other county departments and county institutions like the sheriff's department, the court system, the health department. And Robinson Township has some of those same partnerships. So we rely on the Sheriff's Department for our public safety. We're partners with Loudoun Library. And prior to that, I was in corporate communications for quite a few years. So I have some communications background. The Robinson Township Board is a 5-member board, and 4 of the incumbents are not running again. So there's a potential vacuum of institutional knowledge, shall we say, and I feel like I have a fairly good understanding of township needs, and I enjoy the work that I've done there. The new clerk who's coming in is entitled to appoint their own deputy clerk. So it's entirely possible that even if I weren't running, that new clerk would want to appoint his or her own deputy. And so I'm interested in continuing on with serving the township, and I'm interested in taking a more being in a position to help create policy and more from a governing side of things. So right now, the master plan is being revised, and so that's going to govern the future development and land use in the township. So I'm very interested in that. There's a public hearing next week that I'm planning to attend and learn a little bit more about that. So I think growth and development definitely is an issue. Robinson is fairly rural, and so there's lots of potential for growth, and I think that just needs to be balanced. I'd like to see the township maintain its character, but I would welcome some development as well. And in fact, the township's taking a survey right now on short-term rentals. And so this is a big topic for a lot of local municipalities. How much of that do you allow? How do you regulate it? How do you ensure that there's opportunity for some economic growth in that area, and yet you have to ensure that the residents are protected as well. So I just took a survey that all Robinson Township residents are invited to take on that topic. So that's another issue. Groundwater, like in lots of other areas in Ottawa County, is problematic in some parts of our township. So that I need to learn more about that, and that will need to be addressed. Maintaining a high level of service. Robinson is a small township, very few staff, a small board, and yet we're tasked with doing everything a big township does. We have to collect taxes, we have to assess property, we have to run elections. We have a cemetery that we oversee. We have on-call fire department. So just because it's a smaller township doesn't mean that we do any less. So making sure that we maintain and even improve the level of service we give our residents, I think, will be really important.